We are so crazy busy, but I wanted to finally get a debt-free journey update up for you guys. I couldn't even get dressed or do my hair, but it's okay. We're gonna do this. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel where I share our family's debt-free journey to pay off over $500,000 of debt. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Now that I have finally made a video again, I know it's shocking. I'm just as shocked as you are. Last time I made a video was at the end of May. I did our May debt-free journey update, and then it has just been like craziness ever since. I'm really excited to bring you our summer debt-free journey update today. At first, not a lot happened because we were in pause mode, emergency pause the debt snowball mode because of COVID, and it has taken quite a few months for our business, our medical practice to kind of get back going. And actually this month has been one of our busiest months in a long time, like maybe since December even, because in the medical world, things slow down anyways at the first of the year because people, their deductibles kind of start over. People rush to the doctor at the end of the year, and then they kind of slow down in the beginning when their deductibles start back over. So we're kind of slow anyways, and then it was like Corona, and then it was just not good. There were a lot of things in the CARES Act, healthcare stimuli, and like all kinds of other stuff. One thing that the whole Corona thing forced us to do was cut our expenses even more. So I already thought we had done an amazing job at cutting our expenses, but when COVID hit, we really had no choice but to get even more deep in our expense cutting. And so we did it both at home and at the office. And honestly, like our finances at the office are better than they've been in a really long time. Like we have a full month ahead to pay all the bills and everything. And I've gotten in a really good rhythm of looking at our budget and paying bills at home and in the office on the 10th and the 25th of the month. Those are like my days now. And I stole that from the book Profit First. And I thought it was a really good idea to just have 2 days where you really sit down and focus on your budget. It's just gotten me extremely organized. So, I mean, sometimes you just got to look for the silver lining, and there have been really some blessings, business and finance wise, in this whole COVID thing. I know a lot of people are struggling, and it took our toll, but we've found ways to kind of fight through and regroup and really cut our expenses more, and we are doing okay. We hit a huge milestone and finally broke $100,000 of debt paid off. It was actually ended up being $106,000 of debt paid off in about a year. So we made that first debt snowball payment on June 22nd of 2019, and in that past year, we paid off $106,000 of debt. So how are we doing then? Well, you know, if you've been following that, we started out with a little over $600,000. So that puts us on about 5 more years if we stay at this pace. Of course, COVID slowed us down a lot. We've had some exciting things that have helped our income increase. And so I am optimistic that we will do $200,000 in the next coming year. I'm very, very optimistic about it, and that sounds like a crazy amount, but as our practice gets busier and our expenses stay low, I think we can really do it. So I'm excited to share that as we go along. I've told you guys before that my husband's side hustles, he kind of covers call for another doctor once a month. Well, a couple months ago, he needed more help at the office, and so he asked my husband if he could cover twice a week in office and then also 2 call weekends a month. It's allowing us to live on that income and also chunk some cash on student loans and not even have to bring an income home from the office right now, which is really helpful because since I'm not paying us from our office funds at the current moment, I've been able to kind of catch us up and like I was saying at the first of the video, get us a full month ahead on our business finances. And that has been such a stress reliever. And so now I'm kind of going to be running 2 separate debt snowballs. So instead of paying us, I'm just going to pay off debt at the office with any surplus each month. And then at home, we'll continue to work on our student loans with the income he's bringing home and any other side hustle income that we bring home. Once the office debt is paid off, then we'll be able to bring home more money and then throw it on our debt, our home debt. So I know it's like all our debt, but this is like really working for my brain really well. So running the 2 separate debt snowballs. An interesting fact is that, and I shared this I think in our May debt-free journey video, is that the Small Business Administration is still making our minimum payments on our small business loans for the office. So I'm just like letting them do that. Like there's no reason in me trying to pay that off because they're making those minimum payments right now. So that is supposed to end, I believe, next month. And so then we would restart paying off debt there. But I know there's talks of extending the CARES Act, so I don't know what that would look like. I have no idea. So I'm just kind of like putting money on debt wherever I can right now and just kind of going with the flow and letting things figure themselves out. During the biggest part of the whole shutdown, I know I shared with you guys that we'd been working at Amazon. My husband had been doing DoorDash. Well, he has continued doing DoorDash. He likes doing it, and he has this like whole method now where he's saving up. He's making like $300 or $400 a week doing DoorDash and Uber Eats. And so he's saving that money for like fun or like miscellaneous expenses. That way our entire paychecks, like normal paychecks, are going on debt pretty much, and then our bills like rent, electricity and all that stuff. And then I've shared with you guys before that we do $100 a month in fun money. So he's using the DoorDash and Uber Eats to like fund our fun money envelopes and like this month's school supplies and school clothes shopping. He used all that money to fund those envelopes. So that's been really big because like our entire surplus after our standard bills are paid is going to debt now. So this month, we're probably gonna put about $5,000 or $6,000 on student loans alone, which is really exciting. And when we were doing the Amazon and we had the debt snowball paused and all of that stuff, we actually saved up $30,000 over the course of the Corona mess shutdown. And so we took about half of that and paid off a personal credit card and another like $5,000 personal loan. It was like about $15,000 altogether. And we took the rest of it to put towards our new office equipment that we need for our new office. So it was really awesome to be able to cash flow expenses and pay off a huge amount of debt. And we have not moved into our new office yet. I know I've been talking about that forever. We were actually supposed to move in this week, like today, August 14th, but you know how it goes with a new build, and it wasn't ready. So we're looking at moving in the beginning of September, which is totally fine. I'm just so ready for that to be done because it's like been such an ongoing drama process, and it's also you know, expenses come up with moving and everything, and I'm just ready to be in our new office, start really growing our business, and just, I feel like we're really gonna take off as we head into the end of the year. And I am a firm believer that if you get organized, get your budget going, cut your expenses, then you'll notice all of a sudden like you're doing the right things, you're organized, then you'll have the energy and the confidence to start growing your businesses or your income or, you know, asking for a raise, that kind of stuff. So instead of trying to out earn your debt, and that's so what we did when we started, we're like, we need to make more money. That's the only way we'll ever pay off debt. And that's a great way, obviously, but I do not think that all of these amazing opportunities and everything would happen for us if we hadn't been intentional first and taking control of our finances and started working together, and really fighting for financial independence and financial freedom. So if you haven't started your budget, get on it. You can do it. I know it. Even though I have not been very consistent with posting these videos, one thing that I always do every week, I rarely ever forget, is I send an email to my email subscribers for my blog. So if you're not on the email list, you can get on my list in the link below and get my free budget printables. And you'll hear from me, not like every day, but you'll hear from me a lot, because I really like to send encouraging emails, cool stuff I found, awesome deals, ways to save money, and just encouragement and motivation to get through your debt-free journey. And I've now grown that to like over 15,000 email subscribers, which is really cool. And I'm so grateful that you guys watch my videos, read my blog. I will do another debt-free journey update very soon, probably like mid to end of September, once we get school started, because we all know that's a whole thing right now with COVID and all that stuff, and we finally get moved into our building. I can't wait for that. So that's going to be really exciting, because it's going to take a lot of stress off of our family. I mean, especially like my husband is working so much, like a million jobs. Everything's crazy right now, which I'm sure it is for you too. So don't ever hesitate to reach out. The journey is long, but it's so worth it. And with each month, with every debt we pay off, I get more and more motivated, and I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Even on a long journey, you can do it, and it's worth it, and I believe in you. You hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our debt-free journey updates, and I will see you guys in the next one.